Man, it doesn't make no sense at all for Ubisoft to not only cancel the remake of Prince of Persia, but I don't give a fuck about Black Flag, but cancel other games that they made when these niggas, and I mean this shit sincerely, excuse my friends because I started out cussing in the video. Um, these people at Ubisoft are incompetent. I'm not gonna go crazy on them or anything like that, but they're incompetent. They are clowns. How are they not capitalizing on the Prince of Persia name, brand, and likeness with not only the remake from the PS2 era, but the fact that they not only said that, oh, we gonna cancel it. I feel bad for the Prince of Persia fans, and we sincerely, apologize from the bottom of our heart, etc., etc. And moving forward, we still gonna do stuff with the IP. I'm gonna put it up on screen whenever it pops up, but it doesn't make sense that they did that. And not only that they did that, they sat there, BS'd around with their other products that they made from the IP, like Assassin's Creed, with Shadows, Valhalla, Odyssey. I don't care about the remakes that's coming out. They trying to remake. They trying to remake Assassin's Creed 1, 2, and 3. They trying to do the RTL Ezio trilogy. They finna remake that because they ran out of ideas. And granted, that's fine. I'm cool with that. But there's no possible way y'all finna not only cancel one of y'all beloved IPs from millennials and boomers and whatnot, just for the fact that, oh, we finna do other things and we got other projects in line. Like what? The Division 3? Division 3, I'm cool with Division 3. I ain't got no beef with the Division 3. I ain't got no problem with Division 3. But there's no way y'all saying that with Division 3 and other games coming out that y'all finna do this, but turn around, cancel an IP like Prince of Persia remake. And granted, I understand because I've been following it for a long time. The animation didn't look the best. It looked like hot ass. I agree. If anybody thinks that, the original trailer that they showed in 2021 looked it way better than what we saw recently that they post trailer wise. That's ridiculous that our 2001 before COVID trailer looked it way better than the recent trailer y'all made. That doesn't make sense to me. And I know people finna say, and I know people finna get on here in the future, YouTube video, maybe the comment section or whatever. Well, you can't really say that. Prince of Persia Lost Crown sold well. They barely broke 100 million copies for first year. I just saw recently they broke the 2 million mark, which congratulations to them. You want to know? Yeah, in May of 2025, because I'm looking at it now. You can search it up or whatever. May of 2025, they surpassed 2 million players, and so my voice kind of choppy right now. So 1.3 million copies his first year. And that's cool and all, but there's no way y'all canceled the remake, and then not only that, I'm gonna be honest, I know my friends may disagree, I know apologists of the Lost Crown gonna disagree. The game sucked. I played the demo. The only thing that was good about the game was the combat. There's people on YouTube that did reviews for it, which was cool. I ain't downing them, I ain't disrespecting them. But the fact that they lied in they PR before the game dropped, saying, "Oh, there's no plot twist, and this he's not the prince. The prince is you gotta save the prince. This is a story about one of the royal girls trying to save the prince." I think it was Never Knows Best or another YouTuber or somebody that do the video retrospectives and documentaries, etc. Anyway, there was a side mission near the end of the game that Deadass basically said you were one of the long lost princes. And granted, that's cool, that's fine, but you already done lied to your fan base saying that didn't happen. So even if people was to play the game or buy the game or whatever, that free will already gone. Why don't you just say it's a secret? Why don't you just not answer the question? You didn't have to answer the question, whoever was the community manager at the time. But it already made it look bad, in my opinion, because you already said that. You already sat there and basically lied. It's a white lie, and I tell people, I don't care about white lies. White lies exist for a reason. But to do that and then your game suck, and the only thing you got is the combat, that's one thing entirely. And I know people love to say the story don't really matter, it's about the combat, and vice versa for the people that like the story and the combat in games. But that doesn't matter. The game's combat gameplay loop is cool, it's fine. It looks like a 2D mobile game that you can get on your iPhone right now or your Android. Two, they went back to Metrovania, the Metrovania, which is Castlevania and Metroid Prime style of game design, but nobody asked for that when it dropped. And when it got released trailer-wise, two, nobody asked for that game. They wanted the remake for Prince of Persia, and we didn't get that. We ain't gonna get it now because they canceled it. Three, and this is the worst part, they already alienated people, regardless if people want to agree or disagree, with the character designs. The character designs was too modern, too Gen Z-ish. It was too, for some people it was too ugly. For me, I was just like, bro, you using the same hairstyle, and people act like it's only 5 hairstyles. They was using the same 5 to 3 hairstyles around that time, with Black Panther and all that. They used the same 5 to 2 hairstyles for the characters, which was the main character and I think one of the tall chicks, and they expected everybody to be on board and agree with that and be cool with that. Worst part about it is, not only they did that, the game didn't get reception. It didn't get reception. It didn't get received well. But not only it didn't get received well, people that played the old school Prince of Persia games already, some of them wrote it out. I know I should have wrote it out after I played the demo. I was like, bro, that's cool, the gameplay fine. It's, Metrovania cool. Dog, where is the updates for the Prince of Persia remake? We ain't get that. We ain't get no updates for no Prince of Persia remake. We didn't get no updates for 2-3 years, bro. It went radio silent after that until recently. And this is minus today. So the fact people be like, well, it sold 1.5, almost 2 million copies. It sold 2 million. If it did sell 2 million now and whatnot, it doesn't matter. Warrior Within was Prince of Persia 2, for the PS2 era. It sold 2 million. Sands of Time sold 8 million, 9 million. It sells more now because people buying it retro gaming. Two Thrones sold 3 million. The reboot in 2008 that everybody clowned on at the time, because I remember, because I was there. People want to sit there and say, oh, well, it was a good game, bro. Like, what are you talking about? It was a good game. But guess what? The reception for that was bad too. Only because the main character, the prince, didn't feel like the prince. He was too ladylike, too flamboyant with the chicks, too flirty with the chicks in air quotes. But that was a good game. It still had the feel of 3D. That's another thing. 2D versus 3D. And what makes it worse is not only it had that going for it, and people didn't like the story, which the story was 50-50 for me. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good because, like I said before, I didn't really like the protagonist at first until the end. You know, near the end, he was pretty cool. He was pretty solid. But not only that happened, and the game did good, and we received it well differently in a different light. Like I said before, I was there, so I remember. I remember. But not only that, these niggas made, was it Lost Crown and Prince of Persia Road that looked like, it looked like a worse version of a mobile game. And I don't know why they made that, because they came out and said a while back that we was gonna make 2 games and focus on the remake for Sands of Time. And I'm just like, why are you even making 2 separate games, spin-offs or whatnot anyway, when you haven't even finished the remake? The remake went gold multiple times. You didn't finish it. So what was the point in that? I don't understand that. And the worst part about it is, not only they did that, not only, because I don't pre-order. I'm gonna say that now. I don't pre-order, but people pre-order. Not only people pre-ordered this game, which they probably got their money back. Who knows? I don't really care right now, to be honest. But I hope they do. Whoever pre-ordered, hopefully y'all got your money back. Sadly, I went pre-order that shit because that trailer looked like hot ass. But it looked better than the trailer we saw recently. And that trailer we saw recently looked like it got worse. But not only they pre-ordered it, and they probably got to get their pre-orders back. Not only that, Ubisoft is financially bankrupt almost. Their creativity is bankrupt. That's why they keep remaking shit. Like every time I hear from Ubisoft, it's a remake, bro. It's a remake, reboot. Not no ports, not no continuation of an IP. That's from like previous console generations. And what I mean by that, I mean like something that's continuing off PS2, PS3 era, other than Assassin's Creed. And even with Assassin's Creed, I'm gonna be real with you, people don't even know that's Assassin's Creed no more. They don't even feel like, it don't even look like Assassin's Creed no more. That's a whole different game now. They might as well just call that Creed Chronicles or something. That's not the same game anymore. They got RPG mechanics in it, in air quotes. They got open world bullshit, exploration that nobody asked for, nobody cared for, nobody wanted to hear about. And then on top of that, they had all of that, and still people play the PS2 era Prince of Persia, the original trilogy of Assassin's Creed with Unity. And Unity for me is 50-50. I don't really hate it, but it's not my favorite. It's buggy as shit when it dropped though. Like, don't let nobody lie to you on that. That shit was buggy as fuck when it dropped, and they fixed it. But not only all that happened, not only people going back and playing the old PS2 games, Xbox 360 era of Ubisoft games, they had to lay off some people. They may lay off more probably as I'm uploading this right now. They laying off more people as we speak over there, probably in Montreal, wherever French headquarters they at now, or is originally residing at. And I don't feel no sympathy for them, because normally, I'm gonna be honest with you, I give them a benefit of the doubt. I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I try to hear both sides to every story, even the outside's perspective. I try to be neutral on stuff. But after I heard they canceled the remake for Sands of Time for no reason other than the fact that, oh, we gotta apologize because we can't, we have to move on, and we gonna do something different, and oh, we gonna sit there, and I know it's tough, I know it's hard, I know that, you know, we did y'all wrong and did y'all dirty. Thank you for your patience, your passion. I'm gonna even if you didn't see it because you're not watching the screen, I'm gonna read it out fully. We want to share this directly to you. We made a difficult decision to stop developing the Sands of Time remake. We know this is deeply disappointing, which it is. The game carried an immense ominous meaning for the fans and for the teams who worked on it, which it should, because without Prince of Persia, there would be no Assassin's Creed. While the project had real potential, we weren't able to reach the level of quality you deserve, which they still haven't. I haven't played or seen a Ubisoft game they did that with. X Defiant was fun. X Defiant was just the casual game you play with your boys, you boot up. The game still was buggy as fuck because they were trying to do the hero shooter, trend. And by buggy as fuck, I mean there's some moments of the, in the game where shit looked like it was, not processing. Characters getting clipped through and all that. What else? They said we want to be able to reach the level you deserve, and continuing will have required more time and investment than we could responsibly commit. I'm gonna be real with you. It don't matter how long or how many years, how long or how short you committed on something. You already made the game go gold. So that means the game is either 80 to 90, if not 100% completed. We just gotta wait for all the other jargon that come out. The copies from mom and dad pop shops and the reviewer copies, etc., from them streamers and them influencers that don't give a fuck about your IPs. But it's not even just that. It's the fact that you said time and investment, and I'm like, you made 2 spin-off games. You made 2 trash Ubisoft games from Assassin's Creed, maybe 3 debatably. You made X Defiant. You didn't update Division 2 to hell and back with DLC when y'all should have made Division 3. Y'all made trash ass Outlaws. That shit hot garbage, bro. Then Han Solo supposed to be in the game, and you changed that for a chick. You did the chick dirty. The chick look horrible in the game. She even said that she looked horrible in the game. Motherfuckers getting beat up the top of the head like it's a Tom and Jerry Looney Tunes episode. Didn't take nothing in the lore for Star Wars seriously, just like Disney fucking don't. And then you wonder why you're going bankrupt. You wonder why you're not doing good. You wonder why people making videos about y'all 20 years later, in hindsight, for 5+ years currently. Maybe 15, because it maybe been that long. I don't know. But I ain't finna fall for the bullshit and the jargon talking about some legacy continues to matter deeply to us, and this decision does not mean we stepping away from the franchise. Bro, you haven't even worked on the main timeline franchise via the remake. You haven't worked on anything related to 3D Prince of Persia for like 12+ years, maybe 15 now. You did 2 spin-offs. 1, nobody knows nothing about. 2, you got everybody and their grandma. Oh, this game good, bro. You tripping? Oh yeah. The gameplay fun. What about that story? You talk about the story? Oh, hey, you can. Hey, did you see they put the warrior within? They put the warrior within costume in the game, bro. That's cool. You dead. Like, let me say that one more time, bro. You went for honor. You the game for honor. You gave the game for honor a Prince of Persia skin and the daggers multiple times. That game that should be dead too. I don't know why that game's still living. That game should be dead too. You gave them a skin and the dagger, the outfit, before you even did anything Prince of Persia related to the IP. And for honor been lived long than the remake. For Honor lived longer than the remake. It's outliving the remake right now, and that shouldn't even happen. That shit should have been closed service too. I don't know who the fuck's still playing For Honor 2026. It don't make no sense why all these IPs, because it's not just Ubisoft. It don't make sense how all these IPs via Prince of Persia, Killzone, so many other IPs, bruh. Fable finna be next. Fable is we finna see in 2 weeks on the 26th. Fable's finna be next, and probably next week. Right now, it's next week. We finna see for Fable on the 26th. That's another franchise. It's not Ubisoft. It's Microsoft. It got soft in their name. They both got soft in their name. They both finna fuck over the IPs in the franchise, in the fandom. And I don't get that. Because these people would sit there and be like, oh, you gotta feel bad for these game developers and these game companies. You gotta feel bad for X, Y, and Z. You got so much IPs, marketing, products, and everything, but y'all do not use none of it. Y'all use the same 5 to 10 games. You go on Twitter, TikTok, you look at the little Timmy, little Susie, the Gen Zers, you be like, oh well, they memeing this, they fucking with this. Okay, let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that. There's no reason not to. And it's just unbelievable how slow these developers are. Like, it should be hard to make money as a game developer, game designer, game programmer. You being in the gaming industry with IPs. You got IPs. You ain't like you some indie dev that just made their first game. You got a buttload of IPs. And also, what a Splinter Cell remake at? That's in limbo too. Where is that at? I haven't seen that nowhere. That shit gone. People talking about the Netflix show. I forgot that exists. That's gone too. That's why the Middle East, China, all these other places, probably India in the future, all these other places finna buy your IPs, buy your games. That's why China got a contract with y'all for certain games from the Tom Clancy series, because y'all can't do it, bro. The people y'all got there now, nobody should not lose their job. I'm not saying that, but the people y'all got now can't even write a mission of the first arc or anything without them going bankrupt. They can't even write a decent story to stop them from going bankrupt. And I mean a good story, not all these YouTubers and social media influencers saying it's good but they don't play the game. I ain't saying that, because that's two different things. But enjoying the game and playing the game and actually having a good story and a good gameplay, etc., is different than having your favorite YouTuber or influencer be like, oh, it's good, and they don't never finish the game. They don't 100% it. They don't plat it. They don't come back and play it in the future. That's two different things. Anyway, I don't want to keep on ranting. I was mad earlier about this. I didn't make the video because I'm trying to get stuff situated. But yeah, it's sad. It's so sad. Man, make sure y'all like the video, comment, subscribe, do all that. While I'm trying to get stuff situated, I didn't start on that JJK reading or reviews or arcs or none of that yet. I'm still finna do that. Eventually, I'm still finna do that. Still finna read that. That's pretty much it, bro. You know, if you stuck around to the end, bro, I appreciate it. I fuck with y'all. You know, like, comment, subscribe, do all that. I'm gonna be a real honest, because some of y'all probably were just like, dang, what is this man talking about? What he's going on about? Your boy, because I said it like to my friends and everybody else a long time ago, a while back. I was gonna play the Prince of Persia remake. I wasn't like 100% excited, but I was excited to at least play it again, since I actually love the IP. I actually fuck with the IP. I actually like Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia is the only reason why none of the people past the age of like 18 even know what Assassin's Creed is. So it should get some type of respect. It should get some type of like, honor, lineage, etc., jargon, etc., etc. Thing is, though, it don't even matter about that, sadly, especially nowadays, because most people that play these games, most people that consume current day games, most people that like most of these new products, they not gonna go back and play the old games. They're not gonna go back and play the old products. That's why they keep remaking stuff. That's why they never port stuff if you on console. That's why they never do the remasters justice half the time. That's why we always get the same XYZ ABCD type of stories, and I don't mean it like it's a bad thing, because you can have these XYZ ABC type of stories. The problem is that nobody makes the characters compelling, story entertaining, gameplay be good. Sometimes it's one of the three, sometimes it's not even two or three of the three, it's one of the three. And or have the world building, or have the world feel like you live in it and invest in it. If you have 5 of these things, one of the 5 of these things, that's great. But you can't just have one of the 5 of these things, because the same way how Gen Z and these other generations after will look at that and look at these old games saying that it suck, it's not good, it's not this, it's not that, it's not the third. It's the same way people look at the Gen Z games from millennial boomers, like later Gen Zers, maybe Gen Xers or whatever, etc., etc. The thing is, though, Ubisoft could have pulled it around with the Prince of Persia remake, Sands of Time remake. They could have pulled it around. They could have did something great. But yet they want to work on all these other projects. They want to chase trends. They want to do everything else but make a good game and or follow up on their word to the fans. Otherwise, don't even make none of these games like the remake, like the Splinter Cell remake that's gonna come out. Don't even remake them, because just like I said a second ago, y'all are not doing anything to update people. People that is or is not working on the game, I don't know, I don't care, but you're not showing the fans and not showing people who haven't played it to be interested in it. All you're doing is showing people what the latest trend you can hop on, what the latest trend you can hop on. Oh, it's Assassin's Creed. Oh, it's Assassin's Creed this. Oh, it's Assassin's Creed Attack on Titan. It's Assassin's Creed X, Y, and Z. But all these other games y'all got, it's in the back burner. It's in the storage. It's in the graveyard, because y'all don't want to sit there and do something different. And then want everybody to feel guilty and be like, big company sad, help big company out. Go ahead and support big company, and then wonder why people do not like Ubisoft as a company. Not the people in it. Some people may hate the people in it. I don't give a fuck right now. No offense, but this is why they don't like the company. It's because 9 times, and this is no offense to employees, because if somebody is an employee of Ubisoft and you heard me say that, I ain't saying F your feelings. What I'm saying is, the reason why they feel like that is because the company, the brand of Ubisoft, doesn't care about the consumer. In 2026, even in 2024, in 5.2 to the degree, the consumer doesn't care about Ubisoft. And like I tell my friends this, I tell other randoms this, I can't defend them. Now I can't. I used to be neutral, but now I can't really defend them. There's not really much you can really defend on that they did that's positive. I haven't seen a positive thing from Ubisoft since PS3 era. Anyway, I said, I was gonna get off. I just wanted to say something else. If I sound all over the place, I'm trying to get my thoughts, because I do this without no script. Like, comment, and subscribe if you really like the video. I know some people use their likes for like music and other stuff. That's what I do to a degree. But if you don't like, comment, and subscribe, I appreciate it. Comment down below if you have an opinion on it, because I know people gonna see this maybe in the future or whatnot and be salty about it, which is understandable. I'm not saying none of your games don't need to be played or not being loved or whatnot, but I'm gonna keep a spade Any game past the 360 PS3 era from Ubisoft, 9 times out of 10 was hot ass. So it's like I'm not trying to, be that person. If you do like them games, you can like them games. I'm not trying to sit there and say you can't. In my opinion, they've been hot, AS. But yeah, this is all I gotta say. I didn't do the intro because I just wanted to say this. Luckily, if I would have had Premiere and Photoshop, up and running, and it would have been way longer, way rantier, and all that. But I can't. I seen like Street Fighter 6 Alice trailer. That trailer was actually pretty good. Best trailer for Street Fighter in a while, especially for season 3. So my anger, my rage, it's not there right now per se in this rant. It's more so disappointment because it's so many incompetent people working at these game companies, and I'm just like, bro, people that actually care about making games probably want to work at these games growing up when they was kids, and if they do now, that's great. But they looking at it like, dang, I'm sad, I'm depressed that for one, I'm sad that I dodged the bullet, and I'm glad I did, but I'm depressed because this is a husk of his former self. Anyway, I'm gone. Y'all have a good day.
Drone operator eliminated.